Hi you guys, I want to get on here and give my reaction to Liv's life. I'm losing everything. Basically, Liv is getting on here and basically telling us that she actually is quote unquote losing her home. Liv is basically getting a lot of backlash in YouTube streets because she basically is considered, I hate to say the word, but a liar. She lies about a lot of things. And I think the main thing that Liv is basically trying to do right now that she can't do is save face and say that this house particularly was to the point where she bought the house. I mean, there's nothing wrong with renting a home, and I don't understand why Liv didn't just come out right and just tell everybody that she rented that home and not lie about it. I think more or less that's what people are mad about, the fact that she lied about it. Now she has the audacity to feel bad and most importantly want to quote unquote sue somebody because it got out that she actually was renting a home. But yeah, Liv basically gets on here and she basically does this live where she's basically telling people that she wants to get them to do the 400 likes, so she's actually going to log off or end the video. I basically was in that live and Liv was very irate and she was just being very nasty to her subscribers and supporters. I personally have to just tell Liv, Liv, I don't understand what your motive is or why you're so mad, but you basically brought it on yourself. You should have just been honest and let these people knew that you actually were renting a home. That way, if it got to the point where which it is now that you have to actually move, then it would have made more sense. Because if you're buying a home, I don't understand why you be already ready to actually leave that home. I mean, I personally can relate. You know, if you get to the point where you do something that you financially cannot handle, things happen, situations happen. But yeah, a lot of people are making fun of her and basically making videos. I don't think that it's right for them to do that. Main reason because everybody has financial problems. But personally, I wish Liv had waited to do this, because if she had waited, it would have been a beautiful experience, and most importantly, it would have been an experience that she actually could afford it. You know, buying a home is all good and dandy until you get in there. It's a lot of maintenance, upkeep. It's a lot of things with buying a home that a lot of people are not ready for, and you have to be ready for that. Me personally, I wish she would have just went ahead and stayed on in her apartment until she got to the point where she actually could either afford to rent that home, which she already was doing, or purchase her a smaller home that she could afford. I hate it the most for the kids because the kids have to be uprooted. They have to leave. They got to go somewhere else. You know, it's rumors out here that she's going to California. Maybe, I don't know what the truth of it is, but we'll have to look. Most importantly, wait and see what actually happens. But me personally, I think what really happened, she made a financial decision that she wasn't ready for, and most importantly, she didn't basically do one simple thing. That's do the math. She had to look at the fact that, you know, more than likely she probably was thinking that Gerard was going to stick around and maybe help her with that house financially. He probably decided that he didn't want to do that, which, you know, people do. You got to understand, people change like the wind. You might think somebody's ready to do something, they might not be ready to do that. But what I noticed when she did her home tour, she basically was saying, and she put it in there, that she actually bought that house, and that he basically was trying to insinuate that he didn't have nothing to do with it. And a lot of people saying that she was throwing shade at Chrissy, which I think if she was doing that, then, you know, it just is what it is. It's karma. Because she got to understand, even though Chrissy is not renting, I mean, it's not, Chrissy has been honest with her. She let us know her credit is not good and she's renting, you know. But Liv, I'm hoping that you'll recover for this, and most importantly, that you won't make that same mistake again, because, you know, only difference between you and most other people, a lot of other people have done the same thing. They got out there to realized they couldn't do it, and they had to, you know, go back and, you know, try it again. It doesn't matter how you fall is how you get back up. Me personally, I hope that it works out for Liv, mainly because of the kids, and hopefully the next place she goes, she'll stay there and be settled, because you got to understand, she got children, and most importantly, she needs to be stable, you know, because we're in a pandemic now, so it's a lot going on. A lot of people acting like they got it and they don't got it. So I'm looking at a lot of videos. I'm seeing how people are basically dragging this woman for, you know, things that happen anyway. But me personally, if I was you, Liv, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did it. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have did it. I would have stayed in my little apartment, been humble till I could do better. Because you got to understand, the difference between living in an apartment and living in a home. In a home, if you're renting or whatever you're doing, most of those repairs are on you. And you got to know that whether or not you can handle it. And most importantly, you should not have made that decision if you could not handle it by yourself. Now, I understand you're married, but you got to understand what about the what ifs. And it seems as though all the what ifs have come to bite you in the butt. And you weren't prepared for that particular thing. Sit down in there. Sit down. You were not prepared. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm hoping that Leah will get on here and maybe, first of all, apologize to her subscribers, because she's very rude to them. And a lot of people are saying that she got all these gifts for her particular home. And I'm like, well, if she got those gifts, you can't be mad at her for that. Because a lot of people, I've noticed, when you say something about Liv, they get mad and they get very irate. Because they team Liv is just what they team Liv. They ain't listening to nothing you saying. So if these people decide they want to send Liv money, you can't get mad. If they decide to send Liv gifts, you can't get mad. Because guess what? These people are grown. If they hadn't seen by now what Liv is doing, and they hadn't seen that she's lying or however, whichever way you want to put it, whichever side of the fence you on, you can't be mad at these people. You know, you are grown just like they grown. If you decide you don't want to send Liv no money, you ain't got to. You know, but if that's what she's doing, believe me, karma will bite her in the butt. If that's what she's doing, getting all these homes, getting all these super chats, and getting all this excess money, and just keep moving. You know, I don't understand what people are getting to the point where they got money to send to other people. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a pandemic. I don't care what nobody say. Money should be tight at this point. But, you know, you'll be amazed at some of the stuff that people do. But most people do it out the counters they hard. Now, she got to understand that too. So now that you're packing up moving, all that stuff that these people buying you got to pack that stuff or you got to move somewhere else. When you could do one simple thing. Humble yourself, live, and stay in your apartment until you could do better. But you try to get on here and throw shade at people. And girl, I'm telling you, when you throw shade at somebody, you got to make sure you got all your ducks in a row. But I'm going to get off of that. I'm not going to bash the girl. I'm just going to give my opinion. And I am going to, first of all, thank my subscribers. I'm going to thank all my new subscribers. Most importantly, thank all my future subscribers. I appreciate everybody. Hopefully you'll like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Until the next video. Thanks, guys.